Today's mission is fueled by the Corporation for Public Broadcasting, viewers like you, the National Endowment for Children's Educational Television, and
Delta Airlines. Because learning about geography is a great way for kids to learn about each other, no matter where they hang their hats. Delta Airlines, you'll love the way we fly.
Tarnation! Those Acme time pilots are so well educated. They're always outsmarting my villains. But that can be fixed. Soon the history of education will be changed forever, thanks to me. Jacqueline Hyde will serve my purposes nicely.
Isn't it a beautiful day, Carmen?
I wouldn't know. I'm sending you through the time port to Massachusetts Bay Colony in the year 1642. There's something very special I want you to steal.
Carmen, crime never pays. But who believes stupid slogans? Ha!
Good. This info beam will give you all the details. Now get going.
time pilots. Jacqueline Hyde just stole something from the past. You've got 28 minutes to get it back, or history will change forever. Initiate chrono skimmer launch sequence. Boot up the chrono computer. Power up the engine. Extend the temporal sequencer. Now, get going!
We're on the case and we're chasing her through history. Chrono skimmer, engines hot, vile villain, evil plot. Our brave squadron leader will help us defeat her and bring back the loot to its rightful place in time. Tell me where in time it's Carmen Sandiego. Stop her crime and solve this mystery. Tell me where in time is Carmen Sandiego. We're on the case and we're chasing her through history.
And here's the Time Pilot Squadron leader, Kevin Shinnick.
Hey, welcome aboard, everybody. Want you to hang on tight because we've got a very big mission, but very little time. So let's meet today's Time Pilot, starting with Howard Ray. Come on, Howard. All right, pal, good to see you. And Narai Hernandez. Narai, thanks for joining the squadron. And Beverly Sylvan. Come on, Beverly. Thanks for your help on this mission. Way to go, Time Pilots. Just so you know, we depend on fact fuel to power the chrono skimmer, and you guys will be generating that fuel with your answers. Now, each of you is equipped with 100 power points. So let's check in with the chrono skimmer engine crew, shall we? All right. Never leave home without them. They look ready and raring to go, so let's begin our pursuit of Jacqueline Hyde. Chief, what's our mission profile?
Squadron, your time target is 1642. Destination, the Massachusetts Bay Colony. Up until that time, only 1 in 10 kids in the colonies went to school. Then Massachusetts passed a law requiring parents to teach their children to read. Just a few years later, another law was passed requiring towns to hire teachers for the children. These laws formed the backbone of the American education system. Or so history told us till now, when Jacqueline Hyde went back in time and lifted the laws.
Thanks for the facts, Chief. All right, pilots, for 10 power points, what did Jacqueline Hyde steal? Was it the compulsory education laws, the child labor laws, or the IQ laws? Remembering the clues we just heard. Massachusetts Bay Colony in 1642 required parents to teach children to read, and later required towns to hire teachers. Everybody in? Okay, good. Howard, what did you say, pal?
The compulsory education laws.
All right, Narai?
The IQ laws.
Okay, and Beverly?
The compulsory education laws.
All right, correct answer is the compulsory education laws. 10 points for Howard and Beverly. That's okay, because you know what? Now we know what we're looking for. And if one of you today can retrieve that loot and capture Carmen Sandiego, you'll win a complete multimedia computer system. So, let's get moving, shall we? Engine room, let's warp to the time of the crime. All right, pilots, we made it back to the year 1642. So far, we've got things on... Wait a second, guys, we've got trouble. That last warp really used up our fact fuel. We need to refuel with a data boost. Time pilots, we've all been told that it's important to study the 3 R's. I'll name a subject, your job, buzz in and answer yes if it is commonly considered one of the 3 R's, or no if it's not. All right, if you're right, you get 5 power points. If you're wrong, you lose 5. Answer should be yes or no. Writing. Going to Howard.
Yes.
Yes, it is. Recreation. Again to Howard.
No.
No, it's not. Glad you like that, Howard. Reading. Again to Howard.
Yes.
Yes, it is. Social studies. This time going to Beverly.
No.
No, it's not. You're affirmative with that. You're right. No. How about arithmetic? Going again to Howard.
Yes.
Yes, it is. Very nice, guys. You've replenished our fact fuels. And just for the record, guys, even though writing and arithmetic are 2 of the 3 R's, neither word begins with the letter R. You should have known that. I knew that. How about you? Yeah? All right. And just a reminder, guys, all our fact fuel is verified by Encyclopedia Britannica. Now let's continue our mission here in the year 1642. All right, guys. Wait a second, guys. I just realized we don't have any more clues. Right in the beginning of the show, we have no more... All right, you know what? This happens every now and then, and I'm prepared to deal with it. All right, so deep breath. We're okay. It's just that the situation is desperate, and we need help in this mission. Chief, we need to contact Omniscient.
I don't know if you'll have enough power, Kevin. Is the situation critical?
Yes, Chief, it's very... We have to risk it.
All right. I'll input the enabling codes.
It's 1836, and the first McGuffey reader is being published. The book teaches children to read and was developed by William Holmes McGuffey, who began teaching when he was just 13 years old. Because the book's readings often deal in religion, morals, and patriotism, McGuffey will help shape the values of millions of Americans. By 1870, the McGuffey readers will be among the most widely read books in the U.S.
All right. You know, I don't really know where she comes from, but I'm happy she's on our side, aren't you? Okay, pilots, we know the year where Jacqueline is hiding. Tell me, who is U.S. president at that time? Is it Andrew Jackson, Abraham Lincoln, or Teddy Roosevelt? All right, guys, those are the clues. Howard, what'd you say, buddy?
Andrew Jackson.
Okay, Narai?
Abraham Lincoln.
Oh, I'll be positive about that. And Beverly?
Andrew Jackson.
All right, well, the correct answer this time is Andrew Jackson. 10 points for Howard and Beverly. That's all right, Narai. It's early in the game. We're doing very well. You know, pilots, the McGuffey reader was originally called the eclectic reader. But by any name, it helped teach millions to read. The 3 R's might become no R's, though, if we don't complete this mission. So, engine room, let's warp to 1836. All right, pilots, we followed Jacqueline Hyde to the year 1836, but she's about to do some globe hopping in the mid-1800s, so it's time for global pursuit. Grab your controls. Watch the globe on your screen and buzz in when you think you know the answer. If you're right, you get 5 power points. If you're wrong, you lose 5, all right? Remember, we're in the mid-1800s. Here we go. Hyde's testing out the city where Japan's first public elementary school starts classes. Going to Beverly.
Kyoto.
Correct, Kyoto. She's shot to the city where Florence Nightingale establishes a school for nurses. What do you guys say? Anybody? Going to Howard.
Skin Eye.
Actually, it's London. A select few are chosen to study there for 1 year for free, actually. Now she's in the state where a woman receives a medical degree for the first time in the U.S. Going to Beverly.
New York.
Yes, it is, New York. She's taking her nap time in the nation where the world's first kindergarten opens. Going to Howard.
Portugal.
Actually, it'd be Germany. She's brushed through the city where students enroll in North America's first dental school. Going again to Howard.
Baltimore.
Yes, it is Baltimore. Very nice, guys. But you know, I just found out we got another tough break. I just found out Jacqueline Hyde just skipped out of Baltimore right before we got there. So there's no telling... Wait a second, guys. Do you hear that? Watch the view screen.
It's 1954, pilots. The Supreme Court just decided that Linda Brown, a black child from Topeka, Kansas, can go to a school that admitted only white kids until now.
Yeah, in lots of places, whites go to white schools and blacks go to black schools. It's okay if schools are separate but equal, right?
Wrong. Separate but equal was the law until now, but it always meant blacks got unequal treatment. In this case, Brown versus Board of Education, the court said it was illegal to separate schools by race.
What's one decision that'll never change anything?
Actually, this case will be a huge step forward in the fight against racism.
Ugh, I can be so right sometimes.
You can be so creepy sometimes, if you ask me. All right, pilots, which movement did this decision help inspire? Was it the civil rights movement, the suffragist movement, or the abolitionist movement? Remembering the clues we just heard. 1954, Brown versus Board of Education, and Supreme Court declares school segregation unconstitutional. Okay, very good. Howard, what'd you say?
The Civil Rights Movement.
Okay, Narai?
The Civil Rights Movement.
And Beverly?
The Civil Rights Movement.
You guys gonna be happy to know it's the Civil Rights Movement. Very nice. Look at those happy faces we'd like to see. You know, pilots, the Brown versus the Board of Education decision made segregated schools unconstitutional, but without compulsory education laws, there may be no schools to desegregate. So, let's get back that loot and warp to 1954.
Hey, time pilots, catch!
Pilots, we made it to 1954, but Jacqueline Hyde just neutralized our fact fuel. It's time for another data boost. All right, time pilots, I'm gonna name a famous person. Your job, buzz in and tell me if they were 2 years old in 1954 or 20 years old. If you're right, you get 5 power points. If you're wrong, you lose 5. Remember, 2 years old or 20 years old. Here we go. TV sitcom star Roseanne. Going to Beverly.
2.
Yes, she was 2 years old. She was born in 1952. Sure she's happy we're telling everybody that. Home run king Hank Aaron. Going to Howard.
20.
Yes, very good. He broke Babe Ruth's all-time home run record in 1974. Sportscaster Bob Costas. Again to Howard.
2.
He would be 2. How about feminist leader Gloria Steinem? Going again to Howard?
20.
Correct, 20. She founded Ms. Magazine in the 1970s. Gulf War Commander Norman Schwarzkopf. Going to Beverly.
20.
Yes, CB 20. Very nice, guys. You've replenished our fact fuel. And we're ready to time travel from the year 1954, guys. Now we get... Hey, we're in luck. That's the clue finder. It's locked onto someone from the future. Let's bring them on board and see if they can help us. Hey, stop that.
Hey,
Wow.
just because I'm a student doesn't mean I don't have the right to express myself.
Well, what are you trying to express?
Well, I'm protesting the Vietnam War.
You call that protesting?
Sure. Haven't you heard? The Supreme Court just decided a case called Tinker versus Des Moines that said students have the same fundamental right to free expression as adults do.
Well, yeah, I understand your right to protest, but do you have to make such a racket?
Oh, well, that's not my protest. My protest is my black armband.
Armband?
Yeah. Well, that's what the Tinker case was all about. See, students were challenging their school's dress code by wearing black armbands to protest the Vietnam War.
Yeah, but then what was all that terrible noise?
Oh, well, I was just doing homework for my music theory class. Oh, well, gotta go.
Get out of here. Gosh. It's a little bright already. Wow. It's the loudest clues I ever heard. All right, guys. I'm yelling now. See, to compensate. Where in time is Jacqueline Hyde? 1948, 1954 or 1969? Remembering the clues we just heard, very loudly in fact. Vietnam War era. Supreme Court decides Tinker versus Des Moines. Student rights to free expression are affirmed. All right, everybody in. Great. Howard, what did you say?
1969.
Okay, Narai?
1969.
And Beverly?
1969.
Guys are the best. Correct answer is 1969. All right, that's what we like to see? All right, pilots. Schools have always been a place for kids to learn. And now the Tinker case gave students more freedom to express their opinions. But those opinions may turn dumb and dumber if we don't get back the compulsory education laws. So, Squadron, we've got to make one final leap forward in time, and that means an ultimate data boost. Pilots, in an ultimate data boost, each correct answer is worth 10 power points. But if you're wrong, you lose 10. Hang on. Oh, good. All right, guys, the good thing here is anything can happen. Narai, or anybody for that matter, you can rack up on those points to see who goes on to complete this mission, okay? Now, I'll name an achievement in the life of a famous person. Your job, buzz in and tell me yes if that person was of high school age at the time of the achievement, or no if the person was not. Follow that? Okay. Remember, by high school age, we mean ages 13 to 18. So you're going to answer yes or no. Judy Garland stars in The Wizard of Oz. Going to Howard.
Yes.
Yes, she did. Very good. Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart composes his first concerto. Going to Beverly.
No.
Correct. The answer is no. Mozart wrote his first concerto at about age 5. It's amazing, but it's not high school age. Jesse James robs his first bank. Going to Howard.
Yes.
Yes, he did. The legendary outlaw was age 18 at the time. S.E. Hinton writes the novel The Outsiders. Going again to Howard.
No.
Actually, the answer was yes. She was of high school age. Joan of Arc leads the Battle of Orleans. Going to Beverly.
No.
Actually, the answer was yes. Babe Ruth first played for the New York Yankees. Going to Howard.
No.
Correct. The Babe was 25 when he first played with the Yanks. John Lennon meets Paul McCartney. Yes, Howard.
No.
Actually, the answer is yes. They were both of high school age when they met. Jason Priestley stars in the first season of Beverly Hills 90210. Going to Narai.
No.
Correct. He was not of high school age. Jerry Siegel and Joe Shuster create the character Superman. Going to Howard.
No.
Actually, the answer is yes. But very nice round, guys. Let's see what happens, okay? Howard has 170 power points. Narai has 130, and Beverly has 165, which means that Howard and Beverly are moving on to the next phase of this mission. But Narai, you did a great job. You're 5. You made a good time, pilot. Enjoyed having you here. And now the chief wants to say a few words to express our appreciation.
Jacqueline Hyde may have a split personality, but there's just one way to describe your work today. Superb. That deserves a special commendation, like this Acme TimeNet mission pack. It includes a deluxe Britannica World Atlas, the official Carmen t-shirt, the Chrono Skimmer cap with you-know-whose picture in front, a wear-in-time watch, and to keep you ready for future missions, the Carmen Sandiego CD-ROM library and board games. They're the best way I know to sharpen a time pilot's navigating skills. We here at Acme TimeNet salute you.
All right, Squadron, we've sent Narai back to TimeNet Command while we stay on board here and complete this mission. You guys ready?
Aye, Kevin.
All right, Chief, we're ready.
Time pilots, the history of education is at stake. Get to the United States in 1969 and capture those compulsory education laws. Kevin, you're in command.
You got it, Chief. All right, time pilots, full speed ahead to 1969. Look, Jacqueline's got the compulsory education laws in his cybersphere. Activate the loot tractor beam.
See you, time pilots. I'm not done yet.
All right, we've gotten back the compulsory education laws and have them safely on board. Congratulations, guys. You've completed mission objective number 1, plus you're now one step closer to winning that awesome multimedia computer system. But before we continue chasing Jekyll and Hyde, we've got to return the loot to around the year 1642. Let's check in with the Chief to get our flight plan. Chief!
Time pilots, you must navigate the chrono skimmer through 8 events from the history of education, starting at the most recent event and finishing at the least recent event. The time pilot who does that goes on to chase Carmen and Jekyll and Hyde along the trail of time. Here are the events on your flight plan. The first U.S. high school is established in Boston. The first women are admitted to the West Point Military Academy. Albert Einstein drops out of school. Compulsory education laws are enacted in the Massachusetts Bay Colony. The U.S. Supreme Court decides in the case of Brown versus the Board of Education. The GI Bill provides tuition for World War II veterans. Arnold Schwarzenegger heads the President's Fitness Council. Yale University is founded in Connecticut. That's your briefing, time pilots. Good luck on your journey.
Thanks, Chief. All right, Howard, you had the higher score. You have the choice of going first or second.
Second.
All right, in that case, Beverly, I want you to navigate this chrono skimmer from the most recent event to the least recent event, starting by picking the most recent event on the board. You may begin.
Arnold Schwarzenegger heads Fitness Council.
Yes, you've navigated us to 1990. Keep going.
Women are admitted to West Point.
Correct, you've gotten us to 1976.
Brown versus Board of Education.
Yes, you've gotten us to 1954. Keep going.
GI.
That's okay. We're going to go to Howard, picking the most recent event on the board.
Arnold heads Fitness Council.
Correct, 1990.
Women are admitted to Miss West Point.
Yes, 1976.
Brown versus Board of Education.
Correct, 1954.
GI Bill for World War II vets.
Yes, 1944. Keep going.
Einstein drops out of school.
Correct, 1894.
Yale University founded.
All right, going back to Beverly.
Arnold heads Fitness Council.
Correct, 1990.
Women admitted to West Point.
Yes, 1976.
Brown versus Board of Education.
Correct, 1954.
GI Bill for women for World War II vets.
Yes, 1944.
Einstein drops out of school.
Correct, 1894. Keep going.
First U.S. high school.
Yes, 1821.
Compulsory education laws.
Okay, back to Howard.
Arnold heads Fitness Council.
Yes, 1990.
Women admitted to West Point.
Correct, 1976.
Brown versus Board of Education.
Correct, 1954.
GI Bill for World War II vets.
Yes, 1944.
Einstein drops out of school.
Correct, 1894. Keep going.
First U.S. high school.
Yes, 1821.
Yale University founded.
Correct, 1701.
Compulsory education laws.
Yes, Howard, you saved history. Congratulations. Very good. And you, too, did a great job helping us get there. Wow, that was quite a mission, guys, you think? Ah, wow, I'm so happy we got here. But we've got more to do. You and I are going to move on in just a moment. But you have another mission from the Chief, you know that? And she's here to tell you all about it.
You've done an outstanding job on today's mission. And as one of our best time pilots, you need the most up-to-date equipment. So, I'm issuing you a terrific TimeNet mission pack. And this great portable CD player featuring a flexible 4-way power supply, a polycarbonate body, a MASH 1-bit DA conversion system, and kick-in sound. From all of us here at Acme TimeNet, congratulations.
All right, Howard. You navigated us back to 1642 and returned the compulsory education laws. Right now, Beverly is piloting the chrono skimmer back to the present. But Howard, Jekyll, Hyde, and Carmen are still out there. We've got more to do, buddy. You with me?
Yeah.
All right, good. That means it's time for us to exit the chrono skimmer and head for the trail of time. Chief, is that a go?
I'm inputting the transporter departure codes, Kevin. Prepare to exit the chrono skimmer.
We're ready, Chief. Look out, Carmen. We're on our way.
In time, it's Carmen Sandiego. Stop, crime, and solve this mystery. Tell me where. In time, it's Carmen Sandiego. We're on the case, and they're chasing us through history.
Hey! trail of time. You got to track Carmen through 6 time portals by answering her questions. Are you ready?
Hi, Kevin.
All right, great. Ready, set, go, Howard, go. Follow the engine crew to the first portal.
It's 1718. Edward Teach is better known by which nickname? Captain Bligh or Blackbeard?
Captain Bligh.
All right, crank the crank, open the gate, crank it the other way, the other way. Go, Howard, all right. Go, keep going, pal, keep going, crank away. Gotta lift that all the way up, Howard. Go, you're almost there, pal, you're almost there. All right, go on to the second portal, following the engine crew.
It's 1821. What is established in the U.S.? The first high school or the first school lunch
First
program?
high school. First high school.
Yes, you've captured Jacqueline High. Congratulations, keep up the good work.
It's the year 1887. Who is now instructing Helen Keller? Florence Nightingale or Anne Sullivan?
Anne Sullivan.
All right, you've got 32 seconds left.
It's 1954. What's declared unconstitutional in U.S. schools? Segregation or prayer?
Segregation.
All right, you've got 20 seconds left. Go, pal, go.
It's 1961. Which president institutes a physical fitness test? Kennedy or Johnson?
Johnson.
All right, crank the crank, Howard. Keep going, pal. Keep going. Almost there. Keep going. All right, go to the next portal. Oh, Howard, we ran out of time, pal. Carmen has escaped, but you did capture Jacqueline High, and you returned the loot to its proper place in history. We're real proud of you, buddy. Right now, the Chief wants to say a few words to you. Chief.
It's a tough job chasing Carmen through time, but I couldn't have been prouder watching you today. You deserve a reward, like this full 32-volume set of Encyclopedia Britannica. Its fact-filled articles will take you around the world and back through history, which should make you feel right at home. Plus, you'll get this kickin' CD music system, complete with radio, stereo speakers, and dual cassette recorder. Time Pilot, you've made it to Head Navigator. Congratulations.
Thanks, Chief. Howard, you had a tough mission there, pal, but you did a great job. We're really proud of you. Now we've all got to head back to the present. And remember, at Acme TimeNet, history is our job. The future is yours.
We're on the case and we're chasing her through history. Throttle open, thrusters on, chrono skimmer. Gets us strong, pack extra socks, and we'll all beat the clock from the Stone Age to Middle Age to Space Age. And tell me where.
All historical information has been verified by Encyclopedia Britannica and was accurate as of the date this program was recorded. This program was produced by WGBH Boston and WQED Pittsburgh.
Carmen's journey through time is propelled by Delta Airlines. Because learning about geography is a great way for kids to learn about our world, one piece at a time. Delta Airlines, you'll love the way we fly.
And by the corporate viewers like you and the National Endowment for Children's Educational Television. This is Lynn Dixon saying mission accomplished. So long from...